Caddo Lake, it's a new movie that is on Max. The directors are Logan George and Celine Held. The movie follows an 8-year-old girl who disappears on Caddo Lake. A series of paths, deaths, and disappearances begin to link together, altering a broken family's history. Now, I knew absolutely nothing about this movie going in. I was just looking for a good October Halloween movie, and this is a Max original film. I was interested in this because they're mostly saying it's producer M. Night Shyamalan. It is his company, Blinding Edge Productions. We all know M. Night Shyamalan makes these good, kind of like twisty thrillers. This movie's only an hour and 39 minutes. It's a mystery, thriller, drama. It stars Dylan O'Brien. It stars Eliza Scanlon, Lauren Ambrose, Caroline Falk. It's got kind of a small cast. You can tell this movie is pretty small. They shot it mostly like on location. It is an entertaining thriller to me. It kind of gets the job done if you want a mystery, something like that. But to me, at least, it did feel kind of small, and that is okay. That's like sometimes all people really want. But it honestly felt like more, I guess, like for me, a TV show or an episode of a show than a movie. Because to me, at least, it didn't feel like there was this big mystery or big element of horror. It was just like a cool concept. It felt
incomplete. I really wish Dylan O'Brien and
Eliza Scanlon.
Yeah, they would have like met while they were like shifting timelines. Like I was waiting for that to happen, and then I was like, it's gonna happen. And then all of a sudden, you see Dylan O'Brien floating dead in the water, and I'm like, it's not happening.
Yeah, it would have been a nice emotional payoff. And also, like, the emotional payoff to me was not as satisfying with, like, the girl, like... we'll get into spoiler territory here, but, like, the girl growing up in the 50s, it's, like, sounds like, oh, that's kind of cool, she got to live her life, but, like, it's so random.
Weird. It's like, whoa, like, so... It's weird to wrap your mind around. So she grew up in the 50s, and then she had Dylan O'Brien, and then Dylan O'Brien had the blonde girl...
I was so confused.
It's just really confusing, and then I'm like, wait, incest? But I don't think so, right? Because, so the sister isn't fully blood related to the blonde girl. So she had Dylan O'Brien, and then Dylan had, it's not incest at all. Okay, because the girl who grew up in the 50s
wouldn't have been the plot
is through the stepdad,
was the
right?
story.
Yeah, okay. It's just weird. I don't like it. I don't know. But it's obvious that then she was trying to... Do you think she was trying to shift back to her, quote-unquote, like, day and age reality?
The little girl?
Yeah. No. The mom, like, the little girl when she was grown up when she died.
Like, when she was a mother?
Wait, is that too much spoiler?
No.
Okay, remember when she died in the car?
Yeah, at the end.
And it said her ears were, like, bleeding red, and she had a seizure, apparently.
Yeah, that was what they
So she was probably trying to shift back to her, like, day and age reality. Wait, so would she... Ooh, wait, 1 second, man. Would she have shifted back if she was able to go back to, 2022, which was the reality day and age? Would she be young again? No, she'd be old, right? Because she grew up. That's crazy. So if you think about it, you can shift back, like, say, so it's 2024. Say I shift back to, like, 1950, right? I grow up, and then I come back, and it's only a few days later, technically. But I'm, like, 80 years old, right?
That is what I wish they had done. Like, Interstellar?
There was so much more better ways they could have went about this. And I feel like with so many of the movies we see sometimes a lot, I feel like I repeat myself a lot with that it's like, there's just such a better way they could have went about that. Like, why did they go about it that way? Like, example, Smile 2. I'm not going to get into that again.
What about Smile 2?
Bro, the ending could have been so much better. Okay, you know it, and all of TikTok knows that. And I just think the ending and certain things they went about of...
With this movie?
Yeah. And you know what? Honestly, I think it would have worked better as a TV show, to be honest.
There'd be more you can do.
Exactly.
Also,
more in depth, too.
Yeah, like this type of story serves that better because there's a show I'm actually thinking of 11/22/63
Never seen
with
it.
James Franco. It's based on a Stephen King book, but that whole thing deals with time
Isn't
travel.
James Franco?
Canceled.
Yeah, right?
Yeah, but
you
that
think
doesn't matter. Well, for this
Okay,
movie.
let's not get into this. Okay, anyway.
Yeah, so there's a show that's 11/22/63, and it's basically a time travel conspiracy, and there's so much that goes on in it, set in the 60s, and they explore like real life fictional characters.
can I say something
There's
really quick?
fictional threat. Yeah,
I wish Caddo would have fucked with my brain a little more with the shifting of the timeline.
exactly. It didn't fuck with anyone's brain
didn't
enough,
Fuck with it enough.
and it had a really good idea of you can switch realities. But it just really, there was something missing. I was waiting for also even the girl like growing up. It feels like such a cop-out that she just grows up and you don't get to see what happens to her.
I think I've said this for something else recently, but it's like I was waiting for the beat to drop in like a song. When you're like, it's gonna drop, it's like da 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 da, and it's like
Yeah, it's
dun,
all
dun,
built
dun.
up.
Instead of brr brr brr. Like, you're like, it's like, wow, that was such a letdown. Like that was the. And that was kind of like, even though obviously if Dylan O'Brien wasn't in it, no offense, I wouldn't have watched it. I love my boy Dylan O'Brien.
I hate to say it, but it's one of the things that I agree with. It feels very small
I
without
don't
him.
know anyone else. That's probably really bad, but he's the star of why so many freaking people in our generation, especially like Gen Z, is gonna watch that because of Dylan O'Brien. No offense. Teen Wolf Man, yeah. I had to tell Jillian about it. That's my friend, guys, sorry. She loves Dylan O'Brien.
Yeah, but even then, Dylan O'Brien, who's in this movie, is like the only person you're gonna probably know. Eliza Scanlon was in Sharp Objects.
You probably know everyone.
Yeah, but no, the cast in this was like it was a relatively small movie, but that's just like one of the things. It really wasn't that appealing, this movie. Like going into it, I really didn't know anything about it. I just knew it was a thriller and it was on Max. I didn't know that it would be dealing with shifting timelines. I like that. I knew it was M. Night Shyamalan, who actually, I feel like, likes that kind of idea of this like kind of creepy undertone. But
the daughter, the blonde-haired daughter, annoyed me also.
Which blonde-haired daughter?
The daughter.
The one who went missing initially?
No,
I don't think she was
had
blonde.
Brown hair.
Yeah, I
the
know.
blonde older daughter.
Oh,
annoyed
yeah,
me.
she was unlikable.
But
it didn't have good characters.
I feel like, no, you know what? She annoyed me because there's no backstory as to what, the mom actually did. They hinted at something happening with CPS when she grew up, something about in a car. They should have delved, if it was a TV show, they could have delved more in depth into these topics.
Or if it was just a good movie.
Yeah, how long was the movie?
It was only an hour and 40 minutes.
Bro, are you serious?
Maybe even shorter.
No, I wish they would, why it's probably valid as to why she has all this pent-up anger at the freaking mom, but, explain why it's valid, guy.
Yeah, and I agree with that because I was thinking the whole time the characters didn't feel real. Like, the girl who goes missing, the brown-haired girl,
yeah, also,
we don't really care about her.
Why does the brown-haired girl love the sister so much if the sister isn't there a lot?
Yeah, you get
give us background.
You get one
people.
scene with them. Do you remember on the boat? And that's it, where they're kind of going on the boat together, and it just felt really forced. It just didn't feel real. This one scene where they're crossing the river together, and that's all you had.
I wish the daughter would have come back, but maybe Dylan would have saved her and brought her back to the right timeline.
You know, it'd be better.
And then the sister turns around and realizes she needs to be better to all of them for her stepsister, and then that is what makes her realize, this is my family, you are my family. You know what I mean? It shouldn't I don't like that she grew up in the 50s and that.
Yeah, you didn't even.
But then
see
again, then why would Dylan O'Brien be there? It's confusing. I guess
his name was Paris.
I guess he has to. I guess she had to have grew up in the 50s in order for Dylan to be in the storyline.
Yeah, I wish that she came back, but as an evil version of the daughter from an alternate timeline, or they thought it was her, but it really was a different version.
With something totally different. You're messing with. When you mean a different multiverse, you're going
No, I'm saying it's the daughter, the same daughter, but maybe she's been there a while, or time works differently, and she kind of came back, and it's somehow different.
Think about it. Her growing up in the 50s doesn't that fuck with, like, the whole timeline? Wait, I don't think she was trying to get back to her old life. I think, you know what? Because they said that she had been having seizures and it correlated with the low water points. I think the timeline realized you don't fucking belong here. And it was just the more as she got older and the longer she stayed in that 50s timeline, it fucked with her body so much, and then it got to the point where it killed her. I don't think she was trying to get back to her timeline. I think she was content with where she was, and I think the timeline, Mother Nature didn't like that she was out of place and fucking with the timeline. So that's why she was having seizures so frequently, where Dylan O'Brien showed us the patterns that correlated her seizures with the low water points.
It didn't have anything scary enough, but I did like the lore behind it and that there was this power behind
also they made it seem like that stupid alligator scene, they found it in a lake. Like, bro, I feel like that was hinting at that the lake had scary stuff. There should have been maybe a low-key alligator attack at one point, scare or something.
Yeah, just someone being in danger. Why are you bringing in a
random alligator in the beginning to showing how creepy it is with creepy music, just for you to not bring anything up with alligators again?
Or the wolves.
Yeah, also, what was the point of that? Bring the wolf. They only made one single point, very tiny, when they were like, oh, did the wolves get her? When Dylan brought her back to the 50s. That was the only time. And that's when I realized, oh, that's where the wolves.
But that's what's so lame about it.
It was so lame because the only purpose is to show that the animals can shift through the timeline.
Yeah, but there's nothing really cool done with that. I just wish, because ask yourself, was there any moment where anyone was really in danger? Not really.
No.
You're worried about the girl at first, then you find out kind of what happened to her, but then there's nothing else for her to be in danger. It just feels. It feels like it could be a bigger movie.
I only watched for Dylan, so.
Yeah. So, guys, let us know what you think of Caddo Lake. I don't really recommend it. I thought it was a cool concept. I do like the idea of being able to go through a portal, travel.
I'm curious. I texted Jillian. I'm curious. If you do watch it, let me know. I'm curious to see if people actually, what other people's take is on it. Because I feel like this could be a movie where people are oh, I like that.
And it's not a movie
you know what I mean?
You're going to be, drawn to see. Who wants to see a movie about some guy working on a dam on the lake?
I think
you don't go into this knowing it's about a time portal.
No, legit, the only reason I watched it was
the actor?
Because I was oh, Dylan's in this. It kind of looks cool. Let's watch it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
But it still isn't enough for
Dylan is the selling point for it, TBH.
I mean, imagine if they cast someone much bigger than him in it. The Rock.
The Rock is too big for this. No offense.
That would just be funny though.
Dylan is a good because he's just starting to get back into the movie.
What about
scene.
Shawn Mendes?
No. He can't act, probably. He's a singer.
James Charles.
Okay, stop.
Who else would you like to see?
In a real sense, who else do you think could play this? Maybe
Harry Styles.
Bro, really?
I mean, he did Don't Worry Darling, and this is similar in tone.
No, someone on
an actual actor. Nat Wolff.
Yeah, Nat Wolff.
He fits the kind of rustic small town vibe.
Exactly. My guy, awesome. That was an awesome pick.
What about Austin Abrams? I think he's too pretty boy. Did you ever see the movie Do Revenge?
No.
With Camila Mendes.
Wait, if I was being in a movie person, if I was being a character from a movie, what would you say I should be? Because you're so good with characters. What would you say I should be?
You in any movie?
Yeah, to dress up as for Halloween. What would you say?
That's tough. Maybe one of the Chipettes from Alvin and the Chipmunks.
Fuck you. No, really. Who can you see me embodying?
Hermione Granger.
Really?
Yeah, because you got the book smart vibes. And you have a British accent.
No, really. What do you think I could be? Think. You know so many characters. Really. Think.
I see you as someone from Harry Potter.
Who? too.
Maybe like one of the students, like just be an ambiguous student.
Should I dress as Harry Potter this year for school?
Yes.
Okay, I need to get stuff.
You need to get the lightning tattoo.
No, but you need to help me get... Okay, wait, let's wrap this up. We're having a serious conversation. That's totally off topic. Guys, I'm thinking of dressing up either...
Why don't you be Paris from Caddo Lake?
No, I think I'm gonna be...
Be the girl who you didn't like from this movie with the curly hair.
Character. Sorry, that was really... I think I'm gonna be a Hogwarts student.
You should be Terrifier.
Basic. Do you think I can pull...
Oh, be the substance.
No, really. Who else do you think like I could embody character-wise? Be honest. You know every character.
You know Chani from Dune, Zendaya's character?
Yeah.
Be her. The little like nose thing and the blue eye contacts. Or what other? Oh, Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes, May.
I don't know. I've never seen it, so I can't. It's that's like wearing a band T-shirt of a band you don't listen to.
What about... Okay, I'm going to wrap this up because I'll keep going on. But thank you guys for listening. Let us know what you think of Caddo Lake. If you even like it. Yeah.
Also, Andrew's voice in these voice reviews is... Don't stop!